type people, we decided to switch to a new format
Think the internet's back.
because we want to have like some edgier, more fresh content. You know what I'm saying? So we decided to switch the format up for the space weather, yo. It's gonna be kaplaster in your ass like this. We'll just, I'll just stream live from bed, and I'll be like, yeah, the sun. It's got this like sunspot. It's like right in the middle, yo. It's freaking berserk. So yeah, this is the new format. You're welcome, noobs. You're welcome, noobs, on the new format. I mean, I wasn't gonna do a new format, but I figured I might as well do something for all you noobs out there on the internet. So, yo, what's going on, Kimberly? How are things? Yeah, you like the new format for the space weather? It's freaking berserk, yo. I mean, the sun is it's so the sun is so inactive that it's got smooth monthly sunspot values of like 100. Yeah, it's like it's it's shutting down. It's shutting down. We're all gonna die. Yeah, know what I'm saying? So I mean, yo, the best time to look at stars is at nighttime, right? I mean, who wouldn't say that? And like, who doesn't enjoy naked in bed streams? Everybody likes that. So, I mean, you just knock the ball out of the park on YouTube. Yeah, it's just the way it works. So yeah, this is a new format. Tomorrow when I wake up, I'm gonna like read a bunch of statistics, and I'm gonna be like, "Yo, dudes, check out all these statistics." Um, you can totally tell that. No, I'm not drunk. You can totally tell that like the statistics are very important because you'll be able to understand the physics of how they relate to each other and stuff. It'll be just Amazon. Yeah, Amazon. Almost like Amazon, but like with an ing at the end. It's gonna be crazy. We're gonna like, I'm gonna instead of showing sunspots and stuff like that, I'm just gonna talk about sunspots from bed in a dark room. It's gonna be rad. So yeah, I mean, you dudes are all gonna love it. YouTube is gonna be chilling. I mean, you dudes are gonna just, yeah, I believe in God. You dudes are just gonna be chilling, and you're gonna be so stoked. I mean, you're gonna be so stoked that it's just gonna be an Amazon, yeah, like straight up Amazon. Oh, this is the dude. This is your best friend. Everybody, click this link.
Connect to the internet.
Oh, sorry about that. Something went wrong because somebody put a link in my comments and I clicked on it and it shut down the stream. So, whatever noob put a link in the comments, everybody refer to that person as a noob because she caused the host of the stream to leave the stream to visit her link. So, if that's not the most idiotic thing you've ever seen in your entire life, then make sure you take an alternate route because the 405 is like so tied up right now that you just have to like take PCH instead. You know how PCH has all these psychos in Lamborghinis and stuff? I mean, it's just, it's like, could you please keep your vape pen at home next time? I mean, jeez. How many people have passed you today on the highway while looking at their phone? That's the real question to ask, right? Anyway, back to space weather. So, yo, check this out. Last night, I looked at an email and it was freaking amazing, yo. It was straight up amazing. And you know why I say that? Because the email told me that the radio flux was back up to 100. Oh. Oh, noes. Because remember, folks, an active sun is like even scarier than an inactive sun, depending on how active or inactive it is. It's very scary all the time, whether it's at medium number of sunspots or at high number of sunspots or at like no sunspots. It's really scary and spooky all the time. Uh, it's it's as scary as record snow in the northern hemisphere for 6 winters in a row. It's really scary. I mean, it's enough to get your bunched up panties in a knot. I mean, you ever have that happen? It's like things couldn't get any worse than this. Yeah, I got bunched up panties, which are now in a knot. That's a way to achieve saddle sores. So, anyway, anybody out there ever ride a bicycle with your panties in a knot? That's not advisable, I guess. So, yeah, I just figured I'd tell you that. Check it out. The new location of the Smash News Network, right? It's got crappy cell phone reception in the downstairs and the upstairs. It's like kick ass.
The internet came back.
And it's because, oh, never mind, Joe. Smash staff just whispered and said, the internet came back. So the internet was like totally down, but now it's like totally back. And now some guy that we don't want to visit us on Saturday is going to come visit us because our internet service provider still thinks that the internet is down. Like, know what I'm saying? So anyway, I just figured I'd introduce our new format. Oh, here's what the format's going to be like too. Watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna give you like clips of what the videos are going to be like in the future. Okay? The videos are going to be like this. I'm going to be like, welcome everybody to the daily space weather. Right now I'm looking at these crazy images of the sun, yo. It is sick. I'm not gonna show you the images, but I'm gonna totally stare at these images of the sun and be like, dude, the SDO is freaking rad. And then like the next second, I'm gonna be like, yo, check out the proton flux, brah. It's been flatlined all week. Ka. It's crazy. It's 100% cracker. And I'll be like, watch this. I'll be like, all right, check this out. The Earth geospace is geomagnetically calm. Oh, oh. It's very scary when the Earth geospace is geomagnetically calm. And then, of course, there are some other scary, spooky things that could occur. Let's see what else. You could have like a CME, where I'll be like, dude, there's this crazy CME I would totally show you right now, but it's going to violate my new format agreements. And like I won't be able to because I just have to show you this amazing visage all the time instead of that. You know what I mean? It's going to be sweet though, because I'm gonna be like, okay, so there's this new sunspot, and the sunspot just went berserk. It went berserk, and the next thing you know, civilization is gonna just crumble. It's talk about reasons to buy a bunker. On a related note, our next advertisement is brought to you by MyPatriotSupply.com. And because, you don't want to be stuck in a disaster without disaster foods, make sure you've got things that are exactly the same or worse than MREs that are in a pouch. Hello. I'm back. And I'm like YouTube is like disconnecting and it's like reconnecting. I'm like, what? And then YouTube's like, yeah. And I'm like, duh. Like, what is wrong with your software, bruh? Your software is like from 1992. Pretty sure Google wrote its software on Windows 3.1 operated C++ emulators. Just saying, know what I mean? All right, so also what's going on is there are like electrons like circling the Earth. It's freaking cray cray. It's cray cray. They're just like aligning the fields. Like, there's all this plasma around that people think is magic because they don't know what the physics. They've never taken a physics course, so they're like, plasma's magic. Ooh. Plasma's electric and it's connecting the galaxy to my testes. Oh, your testes and my testes. We're back live again, yo. YouTube like reconnected us thanks to the benevolence of YouTube. It's like, oh my gosh, like YouTube, talk about benefiting society. I mean, like YouTube, they like host TED Talks and Slayer videos and accordion solos and all kinds of stuff like that.
And
It's just
Jonathan.
Amazon. It's just Amazon. Seriously, man, people think plasma is magic. They're like overlooking the fact that most of space is empty, like the heads of people who've never taken physics, but they want to be cosmologists. You know what I mean? Ever like ever hear of anybody like that? Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate, right? Anyway, a little bit about me. I discovered that in like 1994 that there's a huge hole like in cosmology, and the hole is not a lack of understanding of what stars are and how stars work. Anyway, that's gotten a little better in the past few years. So anyway, let's get back to the daily space weather. So now I'm gonna be like totally chill. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be like, yeah, the magnetosphere is like just chilling right now. You know what I mean? And like the geospace, the geospace is like calm at the same time, and that's really scary. Yeah, the spiral next to the Earth. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, the spiral next to the Earth proves that the universe is electric. So thanks for putting that up. I would take a screenshot of that, but problem is, I will probably get kicked out of the live stream by doing that because the software has the user friendliness of Shark Attack. The software has the user friend. I'd like to talk to some YouTube execs, please. Okay. Yeah, I want to commend you for your massively skilled job. Transfer me to your CFO, Ka. CFO. Dear CFO, dude. Yeah. YouTube software has the user friendliness of a shark attack. Ka. It's really good for society though. Like it totally didn't become deathware starting in 2020. It totally didn't become deathware, which is awesome. I mean, it's so awesome. Like, yeah, like that spiral. I'm just looking at that once again. There's nothing that proves that the universe is electric than a spiral emoji next to an Earth emoji. It's proof. It's undeniable proof that everything is electric. Okay. Now, I would maybe like bring up the fact that a styrofoam cup isn't electric in any way. In fact, it's an insulator of both heat and electricity, so it's totally not electric. And like, I totally understand if your response to this is, but it is electric, bruh, because electrons are holding together the chemical structure of the solids that make up the cup's material. Like, yeah, there's electron repulsion happening. The reason your hand doesn't pass through it is because there's electron repulsion happening. That doesn't mean the cup is electric, bruh. Ka? All right, so what else? What else can we talk about when it comes to space weather? Yo, there's this crazy thing that the Earth orbits. I know, I think it might be controversial to say this still on YouTube, but there's this crazy thing. It's like a ball of material that's all like hot cracker on the outside. It's freaking cracker. And like it's got these low pressure systems that are so low they send material out into space. Like imagine if you had a thunderstorm on Earth, right? Or like you had like a hurricane, and the hurricane was causing material to go fly out and hit Jupiter. Like how cray cray would that be? That'd be cray cray. What else can we talk about? Yeah. Oh, I don't know what the sunspot number is because it would require me to like look at facts and then cite the facts. And I don't really want to do that. I mean, like citing facts is like so like 2019 also. If you notice, like everything is like so 2019. Like having trust in any of the institutions of civilization are like so 2019. You know, expecting people to do their jobs is like so 2019. Everything is so 2019 now. It's just Amazon how much the world has devolved. I mean, evolved over the past like 2.5 years. It's just Amazon. I mean, people are so smart now. If you thought people were complete idiots back in 2019, imagine how dumb people look now. I mean, it's just Amazon. You know what I mean? Anyway, I've been going around reading a bunch of books instead of screens. I guess that's turned me into a complete idiot. Anyway, I should probably end my space weather new format live stream and like not continue talking about the awesomeness of space and how it's like mostly empty no matter how you try to like dance around the fact that it's like almost entirely empty. Think about this one. Let me give you a great example, right? So a lot of people think that oh, space isn't empty. Space isn't empty at all. It's full of all kinds of stuff. Let me tell you how little stuff is in space. Kai. So out in space, right? Like at Lagrange point one where the solar wind gets measured, right? Like out there, you typically have like solar wind measurements of like 8 protons per cubic centimeter or something like that. That's like a totally like normal solar wind density, right? So at sea level, you have like 8 octillion protons per cubic centimeter. Get it? Like not billion or trillion or quadrillion. I mean octillion, like a 10 to the 18th or something like that. So just to give you some idea of how empty space is, like, people are like, but the vacuum of space isn't a real vacuum, brah. It's like, I know, but it's still almost a vacuum because you live in a place with 10 octillions protons, 10 octillion protons per cubic centimeter. It's a little bit more of a denser place in terms of the amount of fluid that you're swimming in right now. So just saying, bruh. Anyway, just reading all your comments here. And yeah, thanks for stopping by and dropping us a line. Know what I mean? Dropping us a line and encouraging us to do this new brilliant format, Kai, because it's just going to continue to be more and more awesomer the longer that we awesomely awesomize your YouTube streams, Kai. But I'm not going to like yell or anything. I'm just going to be like, dudes, I'm in a bunker right now and I have aromatherapy candles and I'm feeling very zen. I have a underground water garden that I have uh, supplied with sunlight from a solar concentrator on my roof and everything. But like, I just like get back to nature because there's nothing more nature than being an underground bunker. It's like so naturey. You pipe sunlight in and filter out the infrared portion so it doesn't burn your bunker to the ground and things like this. Just Amazon, yeah. Anyway, we've got the lights turned off because solar concentrator. And yeah, we're coming at you from parts unknown. Yeah, burgers are 100% electric, bruh. Yeah, you put a spiral next to a burger, that is a Birkeland current. Okay. Guess how many burgers I ordered from Burger King tonight? 10. Two triples and two doubles. No, I'm dead. I'm dead serious, bruh. I had to go to a U-Haul place. Yo, check this out. Here's one funny closing note, right? I figure an awesome job is being a YouTube guy. I mean, not a YouTube guy. An awesome job is being a U-Haul guy. And the reason is because you get to see what people look like right before they move and then right after they've moved, right? So most people are going to be like idiots, like right after they move, because they're probably still like looking at diagrams and like all kinds of bar graphs and stuff to differentiate between their ass and a hole in the ground at that point, because their brain is going to be like as shattered as their body. The real question is, did they do 5 trips in a 10-foot U-Haul or not? Like, that's the real question, yo. Like, that's what you got to ask yourself. Know what I mean? Anyway, yo, somebody should open a place called Brooklyn Burger, right? Open a place called Brooklyn Burger and then appeal to all of the nabs that think the universe is electric. So have like different names, like have the Ohm Burger, have the Ohm Burger and the Watt Burger and the Volt Burger, right? That would be a thing. All right. Anyway, you're welcome. When you earn $1 billion because you opened a place called Brooklyn Burger, just drop me a line and let me know. I'll like pay it forward and like not even ask you for any profits because like I'm an ideas guy. Kai. I just put out ideas for the betterment of mankind. Kai. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed all the facts portrayed in our new format where I do the daily space weather video from bed in relative darkness. And instead of showing you imagery of the sun, I just talk about it. Okay? It's gonna be rad. And we'll do another one at some point. Okay? Okay, bye.